Hey guys, what is up? Cody Carter coming at you once again with another episode of Cody's Conspiracies. And today, I'm going to cover something that I almost don't even want to call a conspiracy theory, but I'm just going to call it a conspiracy theory for the sake of the episode. This will probably be the most realistic, I guess the most true to life thing that I'm probably going to cover, because most of the things that I want to cover in the future of these episodes, it's crazy things. It's things that don't make a lot of sense, but it's something that I kind of make up and mull over and kind of form an idea out of it that would almost make a better story than a conspiracy theory, than in actuality. So today, I'm going to throw out there that the government, and I know everyone's already clenching, unclench your intestines for a second here. The government, and we all know the government is in control of most of the media, if not all of it. So the government is using the media to distract us from important things. And that's a really broad, kind of unshocking statement to hear. But let me back it up here with a little bit of evidence, okay? Now, right now, in the United States, the hot button issue, ooh, yes, let's all talk about it, is the transgender bathroom fiasco. I have no opinion. I'm not going to talk about the actual issue. I'm just going to give you some information on it. I think it was South Carolina. They recently vetoed a bill that would allow transgender people to use whatever bathroom they wanted. And everyone is outraged by this. Everyone is losing their minds. Which is fine. I mean, you got a cause you want to fight for, go ahead. I mean, that's your business. And, we have politicians are fighting for it or against it, and there's commercials for it, and internet campaigns for and against it, and yada, yada, yada. So we have this idea that is getting massive, massive media attention. And then we have, what was it? Of course, the presidential election. The presidency ends this year. And there's, of course, going to be a new president. We have Donald Trump, who is a caricature of a man, and Hillary Clinton, who should be in prison, and Bernie Sanders, and I guess sort of not really anymore, Ted Cruz. But, okay, so we have the election, and we have, what do we got? The election and transgender bathroom. So that is the mass quantity of what you're being thrown. People are making their own little things, like they'll put on a football jersey. Oh, does this make me so-and-so a football player? Well, then how does putting on a dress make me a man? And people all have their opinions, and they'll throw it up on your Facebook. But what I'm throwing out there for you guys is that the government is pushing this stuff. The media is pushing this stuff to distract you from the reality and from the bad things that are really going on. I'm not going to disregard the whole transgender bathroom thing, but hear me out, okay? Up until this point, as far as I know, transgender people have been using whatever bathroom that they want. Nobody's noticed, nobody's said anything, nobody's fought about it. But the issue here is there's so much media attention. Trans people are 0.03% of the population, and as far as we know, there have been no issues thus far. They use whatever bathroom they want. It's not a big deal. But they're pushing it and pushing it. So I started thinking, what's really going on behind the scenes that nobody's telling us about? And right here, I have right here on my phone, an article, a very recent article, nuclear power plants leak radiation. There are two nuclear power plants leaking tritium right now. Okay? Tritium looks exactly like water. It is clear and odorless, but it is highly, highly radioactive. And 2 power plants that sit on the sits on the Hudson River, and another outside of Miami, are leaking tritium into groundwater within the facility's confines. Okay, so New York is leaking into groundwater, and Miami is leaking straight into Biscayne Bay. Okay? Try to wrap your head around that. But that's not an issue, because we're worried about the transgender bathroom thing and the presidential election. So what I'm proposing to you is that a lot of things, you have to take everything that you see with a grain of salt. And if something is really huge, I want you to look behind the page. I want you to look between the lines. I want you to turn the page over and look at it and find out what's really going on. It's the same thing with Ebola. When the Ebola patient came over to the United States, it was obviously a huge deal. But what they don't understand is that Ebola travels so quickly in other countries because they don't have, it travels quickly in Africa because they don't have first world medical care. And the odds of contacting Ebola in a first world country are minute at best. I mean, we're talking infinitesimal amounts. And yet that is when they were in the heart of the whole Trans-Pacific Partnership. So you have to stay aware, you have to stay awoke to this entire thing, because everything that you see that is shoved down your throat is going to be a distraction from something else. So just keep that in mind when you're watching the news. And that's it. I just wanted to throw it out there because it's been on my mind for a while. And I wanted to throw it out there to see what you guys think. So just let me know what you think. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And this has been Cody with another lovely episode of Cody's Conspiracies. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you next time.